realized that the last carriage had crashed off the mountainside with a thunderous roar as the train rounded a sharp curve. Yet the passengers who witnessed it were not afraid at all. Instead, they burst into laughter. Just then, a steep incline appeared ahead. The train was about to lose power and begin rolling backward. I desperately shoveled fuel into the boiler, but it was quickly exhausted. With no other choice, I went to the luxury carriage to ask for help. After learning what had happened, a man took off a woman's hat and used it as fuel, but a single hat was far from enough to keep the train running. So the man walked into the regular carriage again. This time, everyone tightly clutched their own hats. Then he pulled out a banknote. In the next second, people offered up their hats willingly. They even began selling their luggage and clothing. Anything they could hand over was placed into the man's hands. They went so far as to start dismantling the carriage itself, throwing the broken pieces into the furnace. Thanks to this, the train regained fuel and continued forward. Before long, however, people had nothing left. At that point, the man removed the bolts from the last carriage, and even took back the money he had just used to buy their belongings. The people around him remained completely indifferent. I had no choice but to inform the wealthy passengers that the fuel had run out again. They immediately panicked and rushed to the front of the train, straining with all their strength to keep it balanced at the mountaintop. Suddenly, the conductor emerged holding a woman's hand. Seeing the people clinging desperately to the engine, he looked puzzled and walked toward the front. But this broke the train's balance. The train hurtled down the tracks, while the foolish passengers were still busy celebrating, completely unaware of the danger about to arrive. The speeding train soon flung the conductor away, turning him into the train's newest fuel. Fortunately, the woman grabbed my hand, but in the next instant, the train roared past the cattle ahead and launched into the air. In that absurd and hopeless moment, the woman and I shared a brief instant of beauty. At last, the train slammed heavily into the ground, and everything fell into silence.